I did this once already, and I got way too bent out of shape. So now I'm going to try to do it calmly. Here we go. Hello, Jonathan. On the other one, I commented very distastefully on your flowers and the talent of whomever arranged them, and I asked you if you lived in a mortuary or maybe a model apartment in a bad hood, but I take all that back. I'm gonna be nice now. Okay.
They put out a video on their YouTube channel.
Hold up.
2021. Almost 20 months. Where is she? Let's talk about Don and Candace Wells. They put out a video on their YouTube channel.
Yes, they did.
Celebrating Summer's birthday.
7th birthday, yes.
While Candace was in the hospital.
Yes.
I have a big problem with this video that they put out. I'm going to share with you some clips of the video where I have a problem with.
Normally, people, when they look around to see who cares and who doesn't, I'm not thinking you're on the top of A.F. Pennington and Robin Lane's list. I'm just saying.
Check it out.
Okay. Oh, yeah, okay. Let me just give you some advice. A.F. Pennington has been tested before and it didn't work out well. I'm just letting you know this. So maybe you can, next time you play something of hers, you don't play it all the way through without fair use. Because this isn't fair use, what you've done here. Okay? Just letting you know. I'm putting a little girl on here that you do not have permission to make money on. And this video is monetized. You might check, it's a lawsuit Viking something. Anyway, you can't make money off without consent. Okay, that's very sweet. Donnie, oh, that's right here. Remember, you commented on someone's, I don't know whose video it was, and you said those balloons were photoshopped because there were only 6. If he'd watched the video, he'd see there are 7 balloons. You can count them.
So they create this propaganda video. It seems like, according to the description, a person named Pennington and...
Propaganda? They're friends. A.F. Pennington, Robin Lane, and Candace and Don are all friends. Robin Lane's daughter used to play with Summer. They know each other. And it's kind of none of your business that they visited her at the hospital and why.
And Robin Lane created a video and they used a child in this video.
Again, the child used to play with Summer. She knows Candace. They filmed her going into the room. You are the propaganda, I would say king, but you've never been viral. So we'll just say propaganda is all you've ever done. Since about 2010, and steal from people and steal their identity and, threaten bomb threats and threaten to rape young girls, all documented. But I digress.
To bring Candace balloons to her hospital bed.
Yes.
And then Don and Candace Wells walk out of the hospital, it looks like.
Yeah.
And then these 2 children are with Don and Candace Wells and they release balloons into the air. I have a problem with that. I have a problem.
I don't think they give a fuck what you have a problem with, Jonathan. Because the things you don't have a problem with are very disturbing. You know what I mean?
With children around Don and Candace Wells. I have a problem with that.
All right.
I don't think any child is safe around Don and Candace Wells. I believe the child used in that video was one of Robin Lane's children.
Okay.
I don't know how many children she has, but I believe it was her child.
Okay.
One of them.
Yeah, she's the same child that the member of Heels on the Ground, Squirrels on the Ground, Tits on the Ground, whatever they're called these days. Your associate, Marissa Zadansky, Molly Golightly, MGL, Big Juicy, and Kate, are all her names. You might know her by. She actually secretly filmed Robin Lane's child while in church. Do you remember that? Robin Lane went down to file charges on her, if that jogs your memory.
In that video. Or Robin Lane brought the children there to be used as propaganda pieces in a video.
Oh, really?
I actually reported.
What would be the propaganda? At Summer's birthday? Balloons? What would be the propaganda? That they celebrate Summer's birthday and they had the correct number of balloons? That a child Summer used to play with would release balloons for her birthday, Jonathan? You know, did you ever have parties when you were a kid? I know that when you were in your, what was your late 30s, your mom sent you an Easter basket with a card that read, "My good little boy," or "My sweet boy," or something to that effect. That's just a rumor that someone that knew you told me. But that's what people do when they're not running around being fake reporters or in prison. They celebrate birthdays. What was your childhood like, Jonathan? Was it bad? Show me where they touched you. No, show me. Just tell me.
That video to Tennessee Department of Children's Families, aka CPS, the agency that took the Wells boys away. I reported.
Really?
Check it out.
Okay.
So I sent this Tennessee Public Records request.
Under the Tennessee, he sent this February 4th. Under the Tennessee Public Records Act, I am requesting all records of Candace Wells associating with and hugging Robin Lane's minor child. Jonathan, has she ever been accused of child abuse? Has she ever been accused of sexually abusing a child? Your picture right here, I wouldn't let my child within 1,000 feet of you. You look like a pervert. Oh, okay. Seen in the Summer Wells video. Is that a sentence? Seen in the Summer. Okay, it's not a sentence. No child is safe around Candace and Dawn Wells. It surprises me that you would have the kahunas to call yourself an editor without even being able to write a sentence. But again, I digress.
To Christy Mons, head of the Tennessee Department of Children's and Families, the individual handling
Department of Family and Children's Services.
Don and Candace Wells' child custody case with their boys under the Tennessee Public Records Act. I am requesting
Okay, go ahead.
all records of Candace Wells associating with and hugging Robin Lane's minor child. Seen attached the link to the Don Wells family official YouTube.
Is there a reason that you believe this woman doesn't know about this website, Jonathan? Why would you think she doesn't know about the website? And why are you falsely reporting people to CPS? Because that makes them go now and have to open an investigation on Robin Lane and A.F. Pennington, which is going to bring hell raining down on you. Are you wanting to go back to prison? Because you're fucking around on the internet again? Because you're going to go back to prison, Jonathan, if you don't stop. These are false reports. The state that I live in, you would go to prison. You would at least go to jail. But you being on probation, I don't know how they handle it.
Channel where they posted this video of a minor child that I believe is Robin Lane's child,
So,
bringing Candace balloons and then
public.
hanging out with Candace and Don outside, it looks like outside a hospital, releasing balloons into the air.
Yep.
Respectfully, Jonathan Rich's Original Media Group. So,
okay. I'm going to write Christy and let her know Original Media Group does not exist. There's a phone number to call Original Media Group. It goes to a woman who is your friend and immediately tells you who called you or who called Original Media. The phone call goes no further. No one checks on it. No one investigates anything you've done because it's your friend. There's no such place at the building where it says Original Media Group is located. There's not even It's not a thing, Jonathan. And you're writing to these big government organizations saying that you're with a media group where the owner is in prison for writing fake emails. He's in prison for that. Fake emails. You're using his email address. Are you completely insane? I do think you want to go back to prison. Do you miss your guys? Do you miss the law library?
Maybe authorities and the Tennessee Department of Children's and Families, aka CPS, will look into.
It's Department of Family and Children's Services. Okay.
Robin Lane's children hanging around with Don and Candace Wells, who are accused of doing bad acts across the country for years.
No.
And Candace.
No, that's a lie. They haven't been accused. There's been rumors started by people with an agenda, like Mary and Jeannie, that there was some kind of abuse. But Don's own son said that was not true. His own son said that was not true. His real sisters have said that's not true. His daughter had said that's not true. Candace gave up her children. Don got a divorce. The children went with the mother. He's still close with his son. So, you're lying to say they've ever been accused legally or ever convicted criminally of anything to do with child abuse. You wrote a fake report that said Candace had been arrested for child abuse. Never happened. Never. You have no documents showing that. There's no documents to that effect anywhere that you could have found them. So you're lying. You said you called someone up and they told you she had been arrested for child abuse. Never happened. You're lying. You didn't even show a record. But you go ahead, Jonathan. You're falsely calling CPS is a crime. That's a crime. Now, you could use the excuse that you're an idiot, and if you sent them this picture, they would believe you. Okay, they asked to buy a basket or two. But it's falsely reporting and having them open an investigation on two families, two women, and it's also traumatizing to their children to have an investigation opened on them. Do you think Don and Candace, okay, they're in a public place. I know of a woman, lives in another state. She's had all her kids taken away from her. She can go to the grocery store. She can visit her friends who have kids. Her friends who have kids can come over to her house, can go to her house. She goes to the park, to the library, anywhere she wants to go. The one place she can't go is the foster home, where her child is, or any of her children are, or to the adoptive parent's house. She can't be around her children. Okay? You're filing these reports because you're trying to intimidate people from talking to Don and Candace. You know what you can do, you know what you can do, Jonathan? You can go fuck yourself, because it's not going to work. When you fuck with one of those two people, I can tell you it will backfire, because she doesn't give a fuck about your feelings or who you are, and you're nobody.
Candace Wells, no matter what the circumstances, I don't think any child is safe around Don and Candace Wells, considering Don Wells' extensive background, the videos that...
Bitch, you have 3 felonies. You were in jail longer and in prison longer than Don and Candace, and even Betty put together. Way longer. 3 felonies. Candace has no felonies. I think Don's got 2. I'm not sure. But you have 3. And you're 45. He's 58. Okay?
You hear Don Wells ranting, raving, and cussing,
yeah.
going on rave.
Oh.
Candace Wells having her children taken away from her.
You know what makes him rant and rave? All of you do. That's why you say stupid shit. But the ranting and raving you're going to get for the CPS calling? Be prepared, dude. Be prepared.
Wisconsin, Summer Wells missing, the boys being taken away. I don't think any child is safe around the Wells. So anytime that I see a child around the Wells, Don or Candace Wells, I'm going to report it.
Okay.
And so should you.
No, see? What you're doing is you're instigating. There's no reason to report these 2 women to CPS. that will have to open an investigation because you made a report. Okay? All your little, I don't want to say ugly, okay. All these idiots that follow you and praise you, all 5, because you write most of the comments, you should not direct them to call CPS. Okay? Don't direct anyone to call CPS with false reports. You will get in trouble for this. And you've just admitted you did it.
So should you? I don't care if Candace was in a hospital bed and a child was giving her balloons. That was clearly a propaganda video design.
So you contacted CPS because what you feel like was a propaganda video? Does CPS open investigations on propaganda videos, Jonathan? I'm not sure. Enlighten me.
And a child was used as a prop, and a child was around Candace Wells, and I have a problem with that.
Yeah, even if that's what happened, children are used as props for videos like that all the time. They're releasing balloons. They're visiting people in the hospital. Now, if they'd walked her into a porn video, you might have a point. If Candace was laying there naked in the bed and, motioning for the child, yeah, you'd have a point. She's in the hospital. For her heart. Her friend and her friend's child, who Summer used to play with, are coming in the room. Propaganda. Is that what you told them? I forget. But either way, I'm going to make sure they know why you do this. Because you're a troll. Propaganda, troll, same thing. Probably send them your James Holmes, your Newtown. Ask them what they think. What do they think you're doing? Being sincere or starting shit?
So I will continue to report that.
Yeah.
Yes, DCF, CPS will go pay Robin Lane a visit. And maybe she can explain. Where's Summer Wells? Summer Wells has been missing. We are Summer's army. We're not going to...
Maybe they can pay Robin Lane a visit. Huh. I think you need to get paid a visit by someone that can demand on the spot you hand them your phone and show them what's in it. I bet if there were enough protests, enough letters, that would probably happen. What do you think, Jonathan? On demand, computer, phone, anything they demand, you have to show them because you're a felon on probation. Anyone can do that. Do you encourage people to do things? I don't. I just inform.